Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kevin Love out there at Bol. Then there's Sexton. Then it's Porter. And it's Lowry in at the point guard.
So focused to get that finish there and to stay somewhat on balance. A great finish from Zion as he gets driving on the inside.
Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching. And I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s. But I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against the Timberwolves. Now the pass to Porter. Porter, a screen on Williamson. Shot clock at 5. Sexton for 3. That's in there. Love with the assist.
Yeah, Love can scan the floor. He's always looking for the late cutter and patient with that decision.
Williamson, a screen on Lowry. 17-foot shot on the way. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. And for years now, GA, Kevin Love, one of the better outside shooting big men in the game. He can really light it up.
I tell you, when Love gets it going, he is hard to slow down. Great on the catch and shoot. Hard to believe it wasn't a large part of his game until he was established in the NBA.
Sexton, the pass to Bol. Lowry for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Yeah, I'll say anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
Pass to Brady. Lets it go with a 3. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Pass to Bol. Porter outside. Bagley with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Inside shot. And Williamson with a nice bucket inside. Williamson's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, the closer that Zion is going to get, the more effective he's going to become.
Love dishes to Bol. Outside, Sexton. 4 on the clock. And here's Love from the arc. The shot that time, not on target.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Good work defensively by Lowry.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And they're able to recover.
And Bagley's defense airtight that time. Nice concentration on D.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
Sometimes guys come in with a great mindset trying to push the action until somebody stops him. Nobody there to do it that time.
Atlanta making a switch here.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Lowry. This past month, he's really set himself apart, averaging about 16 points, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when a star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. With the second effort, and Bol pulls it down. Bol's got his 5th rebound in this one. Love outside. On the wing, Porter. 1:31 left in the first. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Reddish. Bagley with a screen on Sexton. The shot by Reddish, no good. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Garland, he's checked in for Cleveland. .56 seconds left here in the first quarter. Atlanta shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. To the inside and finished off by Bagley.
Pretty easy for Marvin to get up like that.
Cavaliers trailing to the right side. Outside Porter. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Drains the 19-footer. Porter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Farrell inside. Bagley. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Tie game in Atlanta. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Now, what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Cleveland, we've got Bradley. Larry Nance out there with Porter. Then there's Garland. And it's Stevens in at the 2.
The defense looked a little bit confused on that play as Garland moved nicely.
Out to the right wing. Here's Brady. Off target from outside.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
There's Garland, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen. The pass to Brady. Williamson with it. Over Nance. Second chance effort. And Williamson with the layup. Williamson's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
You just love it when you can pick up those extra possessions, and Zion's the guy you want doing that.
Bangs home the trifecta.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To the middle. Here's Williamson, and the layup is good. Williamson's got 8.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closely. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Brady. Off to the new shot clock. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalties.
And he's checked in for Bagley. Well, it's a big bonus when you get effective outside shooting from your big men like these guys over the past 10 games. Zion Williamson on top. And, of course, Bol.
And the value of having a big man who can do what these guys can is that they draw bigger defenders out of the paint. You have to stay with them wherever they go.
Yep, and once you do that, you're going to open up the lane. And with the threat those guys pose on the perimeter, an opposing defense has no way to deal with that.
Now here's Bradley. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Clock at 2. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense. Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Now, here's Garland. He had 16 points in the win against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Here's Stephens. Second chance shot. And it's Williamson with the rebound. And Layman now top of the key. To the left wing. Here's Brady. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And the Hawks lead by 1.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Bradley kicks to Garland. Pass to Stevens. Bradley. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Brady passes to Williamson. Shoots the 3. Stephens pulls it in. For Cleveland, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Here's Porter. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Passes it to Williamson. Over Nance. Again, the Hawks score.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Stevens, the pass to Bradley. Outside, Porter. Rebounded by the Hawks. Williamson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A 3-pointer off the mark. Cavaliers trailing. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here's Garland. Bradley sets the pick for Garland. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers ahead, leading by just 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here, welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal, and that guy right there is Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening period was 3 points. Just in terms of the second quarter, they were the better team, but there wasn't a big difference between them. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, you've got to love the work the reserves have done so far for them. The bench comes in, and they've been big, giving the starters a much-needed break. They've come in, and they've contributed.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks?
It's the work they've done in the paint that's impressive either. A lot of their points have come from the inside. They need to keep that production in the post coming in the second half.
And that wraps up the halftime show. 3rd quarter set to begin in just a few.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at it.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Guarded by Porter. Drills it from outside. He's got 6. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And for Cleveland, they've got Lowry. Hole is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Sexton, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Atlanta with the ball after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. And good that time.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Outside, Sexton. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
From the arc. And that one is off. So Cleveland will take it the other way. It's Bol, top of the key. The kick out to Porter. No good from outside. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Cranes the 3-pointer. Now it's a 5-point Hawks lead.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3. Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Here's Brady. Sexton grabs the board.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Pass to Porter. High post try. No good off the back of the rim.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Now, here's Sexton. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Lowry with the ball, picked up by Bagley.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Here's Brady. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Back to Sexton. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Sexton feeling it right now, being assertive and getting to the spots on the floor that he wants to operate.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. To the paint, here's Reddish. And the layup's good off the glass. Reddish has got his first basket of the night.
And that bump does not throw Cam Reddish off.
Here's Love, takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
In his whole career, Kevin Love, a fantastic passer at that position. Great vision for a big man.
Think about it, Greg. He's one of those players who you're kind of watching throughout the course of any game, and you're hoping for that kind of highlight. I mean, that's rarefied air if it's not a dunk, but we're waiting for a Kevin Love outlet pass. That tells you it's special.
It's Porter outside.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Now here is Lowry, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Here's Sexton, 8-point game. Now Reddish. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Atlanta with the ball after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Six to shoot, down low. Here's Bagley, and that one goes long. And so it's Atlanta in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We come back right after this. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Lets it go from 11, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
And for Cleveland, Kevin Love out there with Porter. Then there's Bull. Then there's Lowry. And it's Sexton in at the 2 spot. Now here's Lowry. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Two on the clock.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but you trust him enough. Keep going to him. See if he can find it.
Brady passes to Williamson. Jacks up a three. No good. Cavaliers go the other way with it.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Back to Lowry. Cleveland moving it around. And it's Sexton penetrating. And that one is good. Sexton's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Cavs. Here's the pass to Brady. Now recovering. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by Lowry. Now recovering. Williamson is screen on Lowry. Outside, Bagley. And the 3 off target. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Sexton, the pass to Love. Tries from the block. Back to Sexton. Pass to Bull. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. They've led by as much as 10. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Atlanta.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
That free throw good from Kevin Love.
Well, for a big guy, Kevin Love is certainly one of the best free throw shooters in the game, and you don't want to send him to the line.
Both free throws good from Love. The Hawks leading by 6. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And the jump by Williamson.
Try to find other ways to talk about Zion's leaping ability. How about timing? Showing it there.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. During that last break, I heard J.B. Bickerstaff talking with his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
From outside the arc, make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
The awareness and the natural playmaking ability starting to show up in Zion's play.
Outside, Sexton. The layup missed.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
To the inside. Here's Williamson. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
And here we go. This is great stuff as Zion looks like he's about to take over the game.
It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Sexton.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now, here's Sexton. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Got to be cautious around Sexton. He's very good at seeking out contact and did it there.
First one falls for him. And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
That's a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
Now, here's Sexton. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. Sexton's shot is good.
Sexton looking good from that spot on the floor.
Atlanta's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Passes it to Bagley. Bagley with a screen on Sexton. Here's Brady. And Bull pulls it down. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 9 points. And he banks in the layup.
Like the attacking mindset, not waiting for something to happen. Instead, creating it himself was Colin Sexton.
So it's Atlanta with the W. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Olin, this is Kevin Harlan, along with